This Rhodes Youth Forum 2012 is something completely new for us because we changed the program. We now started to deal with real projects, and as you know, we have 80 participants here this year with their projects, and hopefully we will choose one or two projects in the end, and the participant whose project wins the competition will get the money for realizing the project. I was in the improving the quality of life group, yes, and now we choose. For me personally, I would like to point out the project about volunteering in Philippines, helping out the children without education. I mean, these kind of things, it already exists. It's nothing new in the world, but personally it touched me, and I would like to be involved in something like that. Some projects are not serious enough for us, and it's completely normal because it's a first time for some people to do this kind of projects or anything similar. So it's completely normal. Some projects are better, some are not so good, and I think it's completely normal.
I'm not a globalist myself. So on one side, I support all of the project that has been promoted here, first of all, and it's a very good thing to acknowledge that the problems of intercultural communication are not only with us who are older than 50, which is very important. So all of the projects from this point of view are amazing. They are very fresh. They are very, good by the desire of the younger guys to understand the complicated situation between different nationalities, cultures, religions, and things like that. So I would support all of them. But on the other side, the format of presentation, which has been adopted here, looks well. For me, it sounds at least a little bit awkward. In a way, it's too formal. And out of 10 minutes of presentation, 9 minutes are devoted to only naming the topics. So this is the first part I think, of project presentation. Then the second part will be the presentation of the substantial part. Formats are very good. But I mean, I use Vio, and some other guys use Apple, and we can talk for hours about differences and difficulties, and we can also find some differences in iPhone 4S and iPhone 5. But shall I waste my time to listen to it? So on one side, I think there is a big future in making all these projects happen, because they will teach those who are promoting these projects facts of life and very serious and responsible attitude towards the development. Dialogue is not communication itself. I mean, people of different ages can communicate. This is one thing. Dialogue is by any philosophical definition, is the meeting of the other. So first you have to understand, and me also, if I'm going to get into dialogue with you, what you are possibly prepared to talk about, what topics you would rather not tackle during the first meeting or something like that. So it's a kind of, in a very good sense, it's a kind of a date. So people from different generations should first think what are they going to do and what possible reaction they will get from the other side. So without making any sexual contacts, but a date in a way that you must be prepared. Because otherwise you will be simply communicating, okay, we have 200 communications during a day, and only 6, as scientists say, influence us somehow. So first, of course, is a preparation. So if you start thinking of what we, the people who are elder than 50, might be thinking of, and how did we come to our conclusions, that's your part. on the other side, my part is not simply to say, okay, without next generation, I am no one. I want to be, I want to be a message to the next generation. This is also very simple. I don't think it really touches you or anyone else. So on the other side, I think that's a big problem for the elder generation, people who are more critical, more experienced, to get out of their skin and try to talk more freely and more openly to those who are younger and who are really eager to speak, because they need the experience, and the elder generation usually are not very very good in providing their experience. Well, they've spent 30 years to understand that white is white, but why should they be, making you a present? So it's a two-way process, and I think that the mere fact that it has been somehow started here in Rhodes during the Rhodes Youth Forum, and it's the younger generation who brings in the attention its need for dialogue, not for communication. It's a fantastic thing, and I applaud to it with all of my heart.
I'm really very impressed by the variety of people here and by the commitment. This is really a good surprise for me to see how strongly committed these people are in their different areas, in their different countries, and though they are very different in their origin and even in their professional status, they are really looking for something common, and I think you could define it as a real concern that the human dignity is respected more, and that people are more concerned and conscious about their identity. Very impressive to see how strong they are, how strong they stick to their own identity. I like this very much, though I would have chosen the media because it's more my profession, but maybe it was better for me to learn more new projects because it was about social problems, quality of life, and the keyword human dignity is visible in all these projects very strongly. I really learned about projects who are very innovative, very creative, and they were presented in a rather professional way. And I think people get here the chance to get more consulting, more experience from other people to improve. And in this case, if they improve and if they don't lose their energy and their commitment, then I'm sure that they are able to change their part of the world. 3 or 4 projects in my group, which were 12 projects, which are really worth to be realized immediately, and maybe even more than those 3. But obviously there are some projects, maybe 2 or 3, who are more nice to analyze and very creative, but maybe a bit naive, as you say, or a bit more distant from reality. I think that the most important message is to get not tired and disencouraged, seeking for truth and seeking for human dignity, though there will be many obstacles sometimes, economic, emotional, but if you really know what you are fighting for, and if you don't lose the hope to seek truth and to long for the human dignity which is in our heart and in all of our in any human being, then I think you get a fulfilled life, and you will be more successful in the projects you do.
Thank you.